Hello everybody, welcome. Today we're gonna do a little video about how to secure your bases and generally about security in this game. So let's start with the basics. You have two things you will need for this kind of job. You will need a hammer, of course, for carpentry, and you will need few tools like saw, axe for chopping woods and making planks, and also you will need welder mask and propane torch for barricading with a metal, which is much more durable and efficient than the wood. Also, I suggest you carry one of these with you because it will ease your time. Now let's start with the basics. As you can see, I have constructed a pretty large base here, and I will show you a few tricks and tips. For start, if you have a hole in your wall, like you see here, someone has pierced, this wall cannot be pierced by zombies, but player has pierced here. We're playing currently in multiplayer. All you need to do is build a couple of crates around, small fence, and the zombies won't be able to reach this position. Now, next thing in order, you have two kind of barricades. You can use metal or wooden barricades. Wooden barricades, in order to barricade your house, require 4 planks, so I suggest you using metal sheets. As you can see here, I have closed this house with metal sheets because it is a spawn point and people keep spawning inside, and now they cannot get out because when you spawn without tools. And this is much more efficient way to seal anything than with the wooden ones, and takes less time. Only problem is acquiring large amounts of wooden sheets. Now, next thing you want to do. You want to make a double walls around your base. This is our guarding point. I will show you a few tips and tricks around it. On the outer layer of any, you will put a metal wall, like here. So we have double wall, let me show you. It is much tougher, and zombies and players without welding torch cannot go through it. And after that we have a wooden wall, which we can plaster and paint and everything else. Also, when you make a base, I would suggest you use a double door for your entrance. They broke this, but in generally there are here one more door. As you can see, these doors are blocked. This is very useful for multiplayer. All you need to do is make one kind of secret entrance like this, as you can see here. And then you go around and move the car or whatever is blocking the door. Now, when we are on the subject of secret entrances, as you can see here, this is a plant, and you can put various things around to camouflage it. So I can put few plants here, hedges and so on. I can also paint this in a white color, so this blends. This is very useful for multiplayer. Very few people can see this. Also, when you have outer walls that are of metal, players cannot jump through it, and also they cannot pierce through it without certain tools. So I would suggest you to use secret passages also when we are about things of securing house. One more thing I would suggest every player to do in multiplayer is next. We have a house, as you can see. Now I have tested this with multiple people and no one has noticed this. All you have to do is cover all windows with the curtains and close all curtains, like this. Now, I have added extra room through this window, as you can see here. This is a secret room only few of us know about. And you can store important stuff here, like when you get raided. Majority of people won't notice this, but if this is not enough for you, I will show you a more useful trick. Let me show you the real secret room. So now you make the hidden room, and we have a fake wall here. Now even a few people know about this terrace up here, but only 2 people in our faction know about this secret room. This is where we keep very important items that even in case we get raided, we don't want to get lost, lose them. So as you can see, and all you have to do is have carpentry too in order to be successful in this. Also, I would suggest you to use all kind of different, let's say, methods of camouflage. So you can plaster this and then paint it also. I would suggest you to, as you can see, my carpentry is currently not at level 6, so I cannot make a level 3 wall, so you can see the difference. But if you do this correctly, you also can put some plants around here and so on, and no one will notice this room, trust me. Now, one more tip I want to give you about security based in the multiplayer. As you can see, there's a fence, and there is a wall tile around the fence. This wall tile goes around our whole property, with the exception of one small gap there, as you can see near the car. That is our secret exit. So the point of this is, when you come over this, you cannot skip the fence, which has a tile upon it, so it is very useful. As you can see, someone can come and skip here, but he cannot skip here. So he needs tools to pierce through this fence, and majority of players do not have adequate tools with them, except if they are coming on to raid. So all you have to do is put a fence, put a tile on it, surround your property, and you will have only entrance in one place. Also, as I show you, you can block the gate, you can make multiple gates. We have here a kill zone. If you see, we have everybody must come through this place, so it is excellent. We have 2 stores in order to store our shooters. We also have dummies in the form of mannequins, which majority of players tend to shoot when they see them. They think they are real players, so it is a kind of early warning. Also, one thing you can do is, if you're making let's say, a little bit smaller bases, there are a lot of us, so we have a large bases, but this fence, you park cars here, like this, but you park them near the fence, and even if they pierce the fence, they cannot go through cars, so it is very useful. You practically make your base indestructible, and you won't be able to have any problems with getting players in. Also, few more useful tips I'm going to show you is, when you are making a kill zone, I haven't finished making it, but I will soon. There is a lot of job here, as you can see. These hedges, especially the tall one, when you run through them, there is a chance they will cut you, so you get the bleeding effect. All you have to do is destroy, let's say, this kind of tiles and make them dirt or whatever, and put hedges everywhere. Cars can go through them without trouble. I'm planning to make all this into one big hedge, let's say, everyone, and everybody who jumps over the wall, they will go inside and will be cut from time to time. Also, I suggest you make multiple gates, also walls. Every time they jump, they will get exhausted, so this is very excellent for stopping the players. Now, one more thing, let's say, I want to say, except for the hedges, there is a barbed wire, which provides excellent chance to cut players, so keep that in mind. You can also put, let's say, these are double walls you are making, and player jumps over one, next one has tile, but inside you put barbed wire, so they got cut also. So this will be a tough nut to crack for almost every player in the game. And one more thing you can use, if you want, are these little guys. Okay, someone took it. There are padlocks in the game. Only thing you need to do is have them in an inventory, and everything you want to lock, just right click and there will be option lock with the padlock. Only thing you need to remember is you have to create, let's say you're locking a crate, or you're locking, I don't know, some bar counter or whatever. You can lock the ones you have made, not the ones you have brought, pick up, and whatever. So this is very important. Also, when we're at the team of security, let's say this door, as you can see, I have options to lock them, and I lock them, which means I have a key for the door knob, and for this one I don't. So when you are raiding houses, and let's say this is a zombie, kill all the zombies in the house and pick up all of their keys. You will store them here. Every key will, when you encounter some doors, just click them in the vicinity, just click right click and you will see options lock. If you can lock them, just dismantle the door and take the door knob. With that door knob you will be able to make a door which you can lock. So it is very, very useful. When you implement all these measures, the majority of players, especially in the multiplayer, won't attack your base, or they're going to come through the main gate. And if you spot them on time and you have like mannequins which will alert you to the situation, you will have enough time to react, and you can stop even players that are much higher skill than you. So keep that in mind. So guys, I hope you found this helpful. If so, like, share and subscribe. We're gonna make more content of this type. So see you all and have fun.